Yo, what's going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and in this video today I want to talk about an event that is coming very soon, most likely, that is going to crash the CSGO market. Now, we don't know exactly when this event's going to happen. It's most likely going to happen within the next year, but it could be a little bit longer than that. It could be a little bit shorter than that, but like I said, whenever this event happens, it is going to crash the CSGO market, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying this to try and spread, FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, anything like that. I'm not trying to say this to scare the market or scare the viewers or to go get you to sell all of your skins right now or anything like that. I'm actually not even saying that this event is a bad thing or, like I said, that you should go sell or liquidate or anything like that. I just want to inform you and kind of talk about this phenomenon. Now, if we see the last time that this event happened, we're going to look at a bunch of different asset classes. There was actually not really any asset that I could find, at least, significant investment grade asset in CSGO that was safe. Now, maybe in the super high end stuff, it's a little bit harder to track. But, for the most part, for the most common investment grade items in this game, nothing was safe. Now, this event happened on it started on September 21st of 2021. And if we look back here, we can find that area right here, and we can zoom in on the graph, and we can see, hey, this is the Op Asimov. I'm just using it as like a common skin that is a little bit on the more expensive side, not super expensive, like the 50, 60, 70, 80, $100 range back then. It's looking like this thing was around $70, which was, a decent amount of money for skin in 2021. It's a very, very popular play skin, popular investment skin. And if we look here on September 20th, $68.16, and then on September 21st, $58.77, and then again on September 22nd, $53.86. So it dropped, from $68 to $53 in just 2 days. We can take a look at the Talon knife. This is vanilla Talon knife. Again, kind of a popular knife overall. Usually vanilla knives are an overall strong store of value. If we look back, here's the last September, and then here's September of 2021. We can zoom in on this graph and see, hey, on September 20th, Talon knife vanilla was $321.81, and the very next day on September 21st, it was $285, and a day later it was $265. So from, $321 to $265 in just a couple of days with this event taking place. A couple other items, really to show you guys that this is happening to everything, and it's why I think it's going to happen to everything once again. Here we have number K, the agent, very, very popular agent. You can see his graph over time has just pretty much gone up. He's been a very, very safe and strong investment. But if we go back to this time of September in 2021, this is actually a pretty significant drop-off. We can zoom in here, and we can see that number K was, on September 20th, $8.50, and he crashed. He cratered down to $5.87, and then $5.40 2 days later. I mean, that's a very, very significant drop from $8.50 to $5.40 in just 2 days. And then finally, even cases were not safe either. We have the glove case here. One of my favorite cases, very, very popular case. The graph looks amazing. It's pretty much just straight up and to the right. It's had a couple dips here and there, but for the most part, if you've bought a glove case at any point in time, it's been a relatively safe and sound investment. But again, if we go back to this time period of September of 2021, we can see that on September 20th this was $1.70, and then by September 26th it was $1.29. Even right away it's already down to $1.44. So these things were crashing fast. And again, these all happened on the same day for a very, very good reason. And this was the reason that, we're going to be talking about in this video is the Operation Riptide came out on September 21st of 2021. Now, again, there is going to be another operation, especially there's not going to be another operation in CSGO, but there's going to be a new operation in CS2 at some point. Now, some people are predicting that this is going to come out with the release of CS2. They're like, oh, why would Valve not drop CS2 with an operation? CS2 having new operations going to mean new cases, new content, new agents, new skins. Valve's going to be able to make all this crazy money. And it's very possible. And, if that does happen, I'm not sure how all these things are going to counterbalance and counteract, because obviously when CS2 drops, we're going to get an influx of new players, which really should be great for prices and should be, great for the market overall, and should get a ton of new money coming in and a ton of new buying coming in and huge new demand. But also new operation coming in means that people are going to be selling off a lot of their older cases, skins, agents, whatever, to get some of the new stuff and to throw their money into new pools. And also demand of all the older shots going to drop a little bit, because there's now, going to be a new op or a new AK or a new M4, and maybe it's going to be somebody's favorite, and the demands are just going to shift. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But my argument is maybe even that's possible, but maybe that's not even the most likely. Maybe the fact that the new operation isn't going to come out until sometime deeper into CS2, because when CS2 drops, we're already going to get a nice explosion of players. There's already going to be a ton of new content. You know, people who've never played Counter-Strike before, everything's going to be new to them. Every skin, every case, every gun, and they're already going to be buying up a ton of stuff. They don't need a new case or a new operation or new skins or whatever, because they don't have anything, or they have very little inventories, maybe if they used to play the game or whatever. So they're already going to be flooding money in. So I think one potential strategy, or a strategy that even makes sense, maybe it makes the most sense, maybe not, is for Valve to release an operation a couple of months, maybe like 3 to 6 months after CS2 comes out, because you're going to get all this rush of new players and this hype of CS2 dropping. And then slowly, each day, each week, each month, some of those players are not going to return. You know, the hype's going to die. It's not going to be the new, fun, exciting toy anymore. People are going to love the game. They're going to stick around. But some people are going to drop off. Some people are going to start to get bored. Some people are going to go back to other games. And then if you release a new operation that's going to have new skins, new content, new agents, all this stuff, you can maybe bring some of those players back and you can get them hooked again. And you can get them into this cycle of returning and returning and returning and keep, you know, spending money. And overall, that'll be great. So just because the release of CS2 is coming very, very soon does not necessarily mean that we know that the operation is coming very, very soon. So I know there's a lot of people in the market right now that are saying, hey, look, when a new operation comes out, the market crashes, and CS2 is coming out and a new operation is going to be there, so I'm not going to buy. But I don't think that necessarily makes sense. So what I'm saying is pretty much when the new operation comes out, whenever that's going to be, a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever, the market is most likely going to crash. I do believe it will crash down, but that doesn't mean that you should wait for the operation to come out to buy, because there's so many people looking for a reason not to buy right now. There are people that are actually spreading that FUD and saying, like, oh, the pair sale is going to crash the market, or the Steam summer sale is going to crash the market, or the next operation is going to crash the market, or CS2 is going to crash the market. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. But again, if we look at these graphs of most of these skins, they just go up. You know, the CSGO market goes up over time because the player base is rising, because skins get rare, skins get older, demand increases, a million different reasons. The number of skins goes down, supply goes down. And historically, if you've waited for most of these things, you have lost out. Now, yes, if you do wait and the operation comes out and things crash, you can, for that day or 2 or 3 days or whatever, you can get a great price. But in the meantime, say you waited 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year to buy things for that operation to come out and for prices to drop, you could have missed out on a ton of gains. Like, say, you know, a sticker, or say a skin today is $20 and it goes up to $40, and, you know, then it crashes down to like $35 during the operation. You know, you missed out on the run up from 20 to 35, or say, you know, say it goes from 20 to 60 and then down to 50. Like, you missed a lot of that run up. Just because you bought it during a dip doesn't necessarily mean that you won out, or that it was a great thing. So I do think that overall things are going to drop when the next operation comes out, and I think that is something to be very, very mindful of. And if you have money set aside, and if you have, you know, or even extra money you can get your hands on, I think when the operation comes out, that's going to be an amazing opportunity to buy. But I don't think that means you should be waiting, sitting with cash on the sidelines. I don't think that means you should be selling all your skins right now and waiting for the next operation to drop. I think overall, the best, you know, investing advice is time in the market beats timing the market. No one knows when the next operation is going to come out. You don't know. The guy on YouTube or Reddit or Discord, he doesn't know. So really, you should be in the items that you believe in. Now, obviously, there is some things in the market that you can time up. There are some things that are more predictable, like the Paris sticker sale probably coming out very, very soon. You know, if you're waiting for that, I think that makes some sense. But once a Paris sticker sale happens, if you're not starting to load your money into some things, I think that history and common investing advice and tropes and everything would say that you're probably doing the wrong thing. You're probably going to be missing out. Now, you might get super lucky and you might time up the operation perfectly or whatever. Maybe your prediction ends up being correct, but in the long run, you're going to be wrong more than you're going to be right, and you're going to miss out on a lot more gains than you're going to get just by, you know, having your money in the market. So yes, at some point the market is going to crash, but no, this is not a bad thing. And honestly, if we look at a lot of these times, when the crash happens from a new operation coming out, usually the skins rebound pretty quickly, and like sometimes a couple weeks later, sometimes a couple months later, you don't really even remember the crash, and it doesn't really even matter because the things recover and then they get back on track to going right back up. It does seem to be a really, really, really short-term crash for a lot of these items, especially the investment grade ones, especially the good ones, especially the ones you'd actually want to be in. So just wanted to let you guys know about this. You know, the market probably is going to crash at sometime in the next year. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be scared of. It's not something that is to totally change up your investments or portfolio or inventory or anything like that over, but it is something to be ready for. Maybe you have a little extra money. Maybe you buy the dip, but don't go too crazy. Don't stress. Don't worry. Make some good decisions. Look at the market as a whole. Make decisions on what you think is going to be best, and believe in the things, and just hold for the long term. Hold for what you believe in. Meet your goals. All that kind of good stuff. But pretty much it for the video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.